Imagine a man in Ohio earning an ordinary American paycheck. At home, that paycheck may feel carefully measured. Money comes in, regular expenses go out, and there is not much left for extras. Now, imagine that same paycheck arriving in another country. On paper, it is still the same income, but in a place where local prices and local wages are measured differently, it may appear to reach much farther. A meal out, a larger home, or convenient transportation could seem less like a special treat and more like part of an ordinary routine. That's crazy. Nothing about the person changed. His job, skills, and paycheck stayed the same. What changed was the economy around him. His income crossed a border and it started speaking a different language of value. Why can an ordinary American income look like wealth the moment it lands somewhere else? Hey, it's CJ, the creator of this channel. If you want to make YouTube videos like this, then topic2video.com will handle everything for you. Just input your topic, choose a video length, and a full-length video about your topic will come out the other side. I know it sounds simple, but it's true. Try it for free today at topic2video.com. We are not asking whether every American is rich or whether every country is inexpensive. We are asking why the same number of dollars can mean something different depending on where the money is spent. Money has no single social meaning by itself. Its practical meaning comes from what it can buy in a particular place and time, and from how that buying power compares with the income of people around it. $100 is not a complete description of value. We also need to ask what that amount can trade for. That is where currency conversion begins. An exchange rate translates one currency into another. It helps us see the new number, but the new number is only the first layer. The more useful question is what that converted amount can do in daily life. Can it cover a meal, transportation, housing, services, or leisure? And how large are those costs compared with local pay? Without those comparisons, a converted paycheck is just a converted number. People often treat the exchange rate as the whole answer, but it only tells you how many units of foreign currency you receive for $1. It does not tell you how expensive the local economy is or how much local workers earn. Check this out. The local wage gives the missing piece. The key question is not simply how many pesos, lira, or baht appear after conversion. The key question is how much work that money represents when compared with local income. Imagine two people looking at the same amount. One sees a normal paycheck, the other sees money equal to a much larger share of the income they are used to seeing. That difference can make the first person seem unusually comfortable, even if he does not feel wealthy himself. The exchange rate gets the money through the door. Local prices tell us what it can buy. Local wages help explain why that buying power may look large to other people. Put those three ideas together and the apparent mystery becomes easier to understand. Picture the same ordinary day lived twice. In one version, a modest lunch out takes a meaningful part of an hourly paycheck. A ride across town costs enough to make someone consider another option. Housing takes a large share of monthly income before other needs are handled. Those are not universal prices. They are categories for thinking about the comparison. Now, place the same paycheck in a hypothetical location where the prices of those same categories are lower relative to that income. The money might cover a more comfortable home, meals out more often, or transportation that would feel like a luxury in the first setting. The important point is not that every American can do all of these things everywhere. The point is that the same income can cover different amounts of the same routine. That difference becomes visible through repeated choices, where someone lives, how often he eats out, how easily he moves around, and which conveniences he can afford. And Every comparison needs a label. Prices vary by city, neighborhood, season, lifestyle, and time. A snapshot can illustrate the mechanism, but it cannot promise a universal result. Money sitting in a bank account does not tell other people much. Money that gets spent in public does. When someone can regularly afford a restaurant, a larger apartment, private transportation, or other conveniences that require a bigger share of local income, people may see the result without knowing the reason behind it. They may not be calculating the exchange rate. They are noticing the visible ease, what the person chooses, where he goes, and what seems affordable to him. That ease can be read as status. This is the important shift in the story. The paycheck is not automatically impressive while it remains an abstract figure. It becomes socially meaningful when it changes a person's visible routine. A person may feel financially ordinary and still look affluent by comparison with the surrounding economy. But appearance is not the same as a complete financial picture. Someone can display purchasing power without having permanent wealth, stable income, or security. What observers see is the spending pattern, not the entire balance sheet. Can looking wealthy make people treat you differently? It can in some settings. People form first impressions from what they observe, and visible spending may suggest that someone has resources, confidence, or access. That impression can change a conversation, open a social opportunity, or make a stranger more curious. But the effect is conditional, not automatic. Financial appearance does not guarantee attraction, respect, compatibility, or a relationship. It also does not reveal a person's character, intentions, or long-term reliability. A viewer should be careful not to turn a possible social signal into a promise. An entire country, community, or group of women cannot be reduced to one reaction to income. People notice different things and make different judgments. Perceived wealth may influence an early impression, but an early impression is only a beginning. The central idea is not that money buys people or deserves access to them. It is that visible purchasing power can alter how an unfamiliar person is initially interpreted. That is a social effect of comparison, not proof of personal superiority. This illusion has limits, and it can weaken. Exchange rates change, so a currency that stretches a paycheck at one moment may not stretch it as far later. Prices can change too. A place that seems affordable in one neighborhood may not feel that way in another, and the cost of a short visit is not the same as the cost of building a lasting life there. A visitor can focus on visible purchases while overlooking the full budget needed for housing, daily needs, and other obligations. Income can also be unstable. If the paycheck changes, the comparison changes with it. That is why a strong-looking spending pattern should not be confused with durable financial security. One is a snapshot of purchasing power. The other requires the income and expenses to keep working over time. The effect may be strongest when the person is comparing a familiar paycheck with a different local economy. It becomes weaker when local prices rise, the currency moves, or the person has to plan for the full cost of life rather than a short list of attractive purchases. The same comparison can appear whenever people imagine living across borders, whether they are visiting, working remotely, or simply comparing daily life through a screen. The important question is not whether one country is permanently cheap or another is permanently expensive. Those labels are too broad. The useful question is narrower. How does this income compare with the prices and wages in this particular place at this particular time? Someone may look unusually comfortable in one setting and financially ordinary in another. The paycheck itself has not gained a personality. Its purchasing power has changed because the surrounding economy changed. That is also why people can misread what they are seeing. A visible lifestyle may reflect a temporary advantage, a carefully chosen budget, or a limited set of purchases. It does not automatically reveal lasting wealth. The modern lesson is simple. Never judge the income from the image alone. First, ask what the income buys, what local people earn, and how long that comparison can hold. Return to the man from Ohio. His paycheck did not change, but the economy around him did. In a place where prices and wages stand at a different relationship to the dollar, that paycheck may buy a larger share of the routine he wants. A different home, more meals out, easier transportation, or other conveniences. People may read that visible ease as wealth because they are comparing his spending with the local scale. But this is not lasting proof that he is rich, and it is not proof that everyone around him will respond in the same way. It is a comparison between an income and the place where it is spent. The deeper lesson is that wealth has a relational side. A paycheck can feel normal to the person receiving it and look exceptional to someone measuring it against different prices and wages. Before assuming that a traveler became wealthy, ask what actually changed, the person or the purchasing power surrounding him. If questions about how money changes meaning from place to place get your brain working, this channel is built around them. A paycheck can look ordinary in one setting and unusually powerful in another because money is always being measured against something: prices, wages, and the daily choices those numbers make possible. The next time a lifestyle looks rich, ask what part of the picture is visible purchasing power and what part is durable financial security. Subscribe if you want to keep pulling threads like this one. Hey, it's CJ, the creator of this channel. If you want to make YouTube videos like this, then topic2video.com will handle everything for you. Just input your topic, choose a video length, and a full-length video about your topic will come out the other side. I know it sounds simple, but it's true. Try it for free today at topic2video.com.